I'm ready, and we have to sounds good, but you're trying to
Yellow, all right, okay. All right.
You can be seated. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna have the Spanish speaker at the bottom, okay?
you want me to?
Because of the charges.
Okay, I'll move it.
Okay. You know, I just caught that. Okay, this is the 5 a.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you in individually and tell you why you're here. When you come into this room, there is a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that and give me your full name and date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of the document that contains all the important information concerning your case to take with you. If you're someone who is here because of a probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, the Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, make sure you read the release order carefully and comply with all of its terms. For example, if the terms and conditions include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we'll start with, let me see, David Carrera, and then it'll be Matthew Pizer. Full name, date of birth, please.
David Carrera, 06/25/1991.
All right. You, sir, are here because you were charged initially with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and a form of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. When a status conference was scheduled on, what was the date here? On May 15th, when you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The reason you're here with us this morning is because yesterday you were arrested and charged with resisting arrest with physical force. That's a Class 6 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your problem is that under Arizona law, if you are arrested, charged with a felony, and released, which you were on the first charge, even though you bench warranted, and while you are on that release, you are arrested and charged with committing a new felony, Arizona law prevents me from setting a bond or releasing you under any conditions. You will be held without bond, and your next court date in the new arrest yesterday will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you in that case also. And your orders will be right over there. The officer right behind you has your order. All right, Matthew Pizer, and then it will be Antonio Garcia. Full name, date of birth?
Matthew Pizer, 1198.
All right. You have 2 felony convictions that you're on probation on in Maricopa County. An arrest warrant was issued on May 29th because they contend you violated conditions of probation. One arrest warrant had a $250 bond, the other a $500 bond. Your next court date in those matters, the probation violation matters, will be on June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. It's your revocation arraignment hearing. Then the reason that you're with us today, this morning, is because you were arrested yesterday and charged with a form of shoplifting that is a Class 6 felony. The Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. A $250 bond is set in that case. Also, and your next court date will be in June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix also. And your order's right over there. Antonio Garcia, then it'll be Angela Smith. Full name, date of birth?
Antonio Garcia, 5/24/1979.
All right, Mr. Garcia, you are on felony probation, 3 separate felony convictions, and a warrant for your arrest for violating conditions of probation was set in all 3 cases on November 19th. Each of those cases had a $500 bond set on the warrant. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30, and your orders are right over there. Angela Smith, and then it'll be Don Yazzie. Full name, date of birth, please.
Luke, next week, 1989.
All right, ma'am. You're on felony probation in Maricopa County. The revocation arraignment hearing was scheduled for, I believe it was May 28th. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be your new revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 13th at 8:30, and your order's right back there. Yazzie Don, or Don Yazzie rather, and then it'll be Joseph Lowndes. Full name, date of birth?
Don Yazzie, 12/195.
All right, Mr. Yazzie, you are on felony probation in Coconino County. The probation department in that jurisdiction requested a judge issue a warrant for your violating conditions of probation, and on October 16th, a warrant was issued with a $2,500 bond. Your next court date will now be June 11th at 8:30 in Coconino County Superior Court, and if you can't bond out, the Coconino County Sheriff's Office will pick you up in time to make that hearing. Your order's right back there.
Right.
Joseph Lowndes. Joseph Lowndes, and then it will be Julio Pulido. Full name, date of birth, please.
Joseph Brian Lowndes, 9187.
All right, you, sir, are here on three separate matters. You were previously charged with criminal trespass in Cattle Justice Court. When you didn't show up on May 22nd, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be on June 11th in Cattle Justice Court. The other matters, you have, the county attorney's office has charged you by direct complaint with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. A $100 warrant was set in that case. I appointed the public defender's office to represent you, and your next court date will be June 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And lastly, the Encano Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest when you failed to appear on another trespass charge. This warrant was issued on May 8th with a $250 bond. Next court date will be in Encano Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30. And we'll make sure you make all your court dates. In case there are any conflicts, we will make sure that that's accommodated, and you'll make all your court dates and no arrest warrants will be issued while you're in custody. All right, Julio Pulido, and then it'll be Richard Vanek. Full name, date of birth?
Julio Pulido, 72389.
All right. You were previously charged with theft of means of transportation, a class 3 felony, and trafficking in stolen property, a class 3 felony. You were released, I believe, and failed to appear on December 20th. They issued a warrant for your arrest. It is now a $1,000 bond. Your next court date will be June 11th at 8:30 in Nogales Justice Court.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
When I got released over there, they had dropped my charges, and I was never told that I was recharged with those charges before. They never gave me no paperwork or anything like that. I never signed off on anything.
Well, they probably told you to make sure that you kept them apprised of your
They just released me out of nowhere.
address.
They released me, said that I was released with no charges because I guess they didn't have enough evidence for me to get charged. And then they said that they sent me some letters through the mail, but I never received the mail or anything like that.
Well, that's why they tell you to keep them posted on any address changes.
Yeah.
You changed addresses probably, right?
No, I still live in the same area.
How do you know you got letters from them?
No, they said that they had sent me letters because they had called my mom. They had called my mom and told her that about.
And you don't remember getting them, or they?
No, I never signed off on any kind of paperwork or anything like that about them recharging me about my charges.
All right, but did you give them your mom's address?
Yeah, that's where I was staying at.
Okay, but that's not where you live.
Right? That's where I live at.
Okay, well.
4220 North 13th Place.
Okay, so your mom got the mail, and didn't tell you about it?
No, she didn't. She never received no mail or anything like that.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have access to their court system. I can't open up what's happened in this case. I will just tell you the majority of the time when something like this happens, when somebody's released and they're told that they will notify them if there are any changes, they send things to your address, and if the address is changed or the information isn't correct, I don't know what else to tell you, but right now, the bond is set in that amount. Your next court date will be on June 11th at 8:30, which is about 3 days from now. Okay? There
3
you
days?
go. Richard Vanek, and then it'll be Channing Leishenberg. Full name, date of birth?
August 24th, 1962.
Full name?
Richard Brian Vanek. Excuse me.
All right, Mr. Vanek, you were arrested yesterday, charged with,
Throwing coffee.
let me see, the date was, June 7th. Disorderly conduct by fighting a misdemeanor, assault with intent to injure a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A $2,500 secured appearance bond is set. The next court date will be in Hacienda Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include: if you are released, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Your order's right back there.
May I ask a question, sir?
Sure.
All my possessions are over there because I'm a house husband, basically, and a battered husband, okay? She bit me, and when you have a 240-pound guy calling the cops saying a little 100-pound woman hurt you, they won't believe you. I even said it to the guys when I was there about this.
All I had was the information.
Okay, no, I
that
didn't
was provided to police,
no,
and they determined based upon what they'd been told and the evidence that existed.
Selective enforcement is what my whole point is.
Well,
you know, because I mean, they sat there and talked to me for a half hour and everything like this. And when I said I threw coffee on her because she wouldn't shut up and answer a simple question,
I read that.
then they threw the cuffs on me. I'm like, really? Because she won't answer a question, and she's snide and rude, doesn't speak English. I'm in jail. I don't understand, dude. All right.
All right. Good luck.
I need more than lunch.
Channing Lichtenberg, and then it will be Thomas Ulibarri. Full name, date of birth, please.
Channing Michael Wildenberg, March 20th of 1975.
All right, you were previously charged with 2 counts of aggravated driving while under the influence, class 4 felonies. There was a status conference scheduled on June 2nd, I guess.
Yes, that was, Your Honor, and I sent an email on Sunday at a little after 6 o'clock to my public defender that I was in the hospital. I took a picture of my medical chart. I took a picture of the phone number so you could call me in case I could telephone into court, because they only released me out of the hospital yesterday at noon. And an hour and a half later, I was arrested.
Well, only thing I can tell you is, if you've contacted your attorney, if you've provided your attorney with the information that you have, that you were in the hospital,
that's why I was wondering why my attorney didn't show the judge.
I don't know.
That the following day.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why your attorney didn't. Let me see if a request was filed to dismiss the warrant. Hold on here. Well, bench warrant was issued on June 5th, and that's the last thing that was done. Had to do with issuing the warrant and the minute entry that followed.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even get out till yesterday at noon.
Well, and if that's the case, that's too bad. I think that you ought to have a conversation. They'll let you make phone calls from here, and you can.
Yeah, but I don't have his phone number, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. What I have on here is. I don't have the only thing I've got here is I guess you had posted a bond, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, and there is the Bankers Insurance Company, which, let me see here.
I even notified them that I was in the hospital too. That's why they didn't come arrest me.
Let me see if I can give you a.
I even plan to be in court on Monday, just to be there, just to show them that my medical records.
All right, let me see if this. Okay, your attorney's name is Robert Duffy, is that correct?
That is incorrect. I got another gentleman.
Okay, well, that was
The original, yes.
okay.
But the only one I've ever met with, I've never met Robert Duffy. I've met the other guy.
Well,
His name's Whitney.
are they in the same office?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
What's that?
Legal advocate, they're in.
Yeah, no, I understand, but let me get back to where I was. I just clicked off motion to quash. If the legal advocate's office has been, yeah. This is what I suggest. The phone number, and you can, if there's an attorney there, you can explain what your situation is. I will have, could you, please, write the number on the release order, please? The phone number, it is 602-506-4111.
602-506-4111.
Yes. You can call, and if Robert Duffy, you can ask for Robert Duffy. I don't know who in that agency is responsible.
It's Mr. Whitney, it was the one that, Mr. Whitney has been in the last 2 court cases with me, and
Well,
he took over for Robert Duffy. I never met the man.
Well, okay, but if you know the name of the person that you would have communicated with, I would call that number.
Okay.
And seek to talk to them, and I don't know what else to tell you. Make sure that you have the paperwork that shows that you were in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, and I think that under the circumstances, well, how about Steve Costner?
Never heard of him.
Well, okay. This is a pleading that was filed on April 4th by Robert Duffy. But it was with Steve Costner's name on it. I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. But there should be, somebody should answer, talk to you, and explain your situation. I don't know when your next hearing will be, but if you have family members, please provide you with the documentation that shows why you could not make a court date. And if you have proof that you notified the people who'd been appointed to represent you, you could explain that to the judge. And I would, assuming everything was as you explained it, it's very possible that the judge will course the warrant and will. I can't guarantee it. I don't know what else there is to know, but
Okay.
Based upon if that's all there is, and it's obviously you had no control and you tried to contact your attorney's office, I think you did all you could, but there you go. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Thomas Ulibarri, and then it will be Steve Talavera. Full name, date of birth?
Thomas Michael Jose Ulibarri, 10/14/2000.
All right. You were previously charged with driving while under the influence. This is in the West Mesa Justice Court. And you missed a court appearance on April 23rd, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, and they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be in West Mesa Justice Court, June 11th at 8:30. Steve Talavera, and then it will be Rochelle Gonzalez. Full name, date of birth?
Steve A. Talavera, 9/10/87.
All right, Mr. Talavera, you have 2 cases here. You were previously charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. A status conference was scheduled on March 26th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter will now be on June 13th at 8:30. The other matter that you have is a child support arrest warrant that was issued on March 25th. It is a $1,000 cash only arrest warrant, as all child support arrest warrants are. And your next court date in that matter will be June 13th at 10 a.m. Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If you have information concerning your employment or to somebody to vouch for you, I suggest you either have them at that hearing, or if you have an employer, are you employed now?
No.
Okay.
Because of your guys'
All right.
salary thing, I was
just,
released.
all right. It's somebody to vouch for you if you had a job, even if it was a part-time job.
Yeah, I have someone that can vouch.
Well, vouch for you or
Yeah.
submit a letter. If they can't be there themselves, good luck.
All right.
All right. Rochelle Gonzalez, and then it'll be Crystal Martinez. Full name, date of birth?
Rochelle Gonzalez, 2596.
All right, ma'am. You have a warrant issued out of 3 separate justice courts for failing to appear, missing court dates in there. El Mirage Municipal Court, you failed to appear on September 24th of last year on charges of shoplifting, various forms of shoplifting and resisting arrest with passive resistance and possession of drug paraphernalia, all in El Mirage Municipal Court. When you did not appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $150 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be on June 16th at 10 a.m. El Mirage Municipal Court. The other case, the next case, will be the town of Wickenburg, and you failed to appear there on possession of drug paraphernalia charges October 9th of last year. They issued a warrant for your arrest with a $503 cash-only bond. Next court date, June 18th at 9 a.m. in that matter. And then, lastly, you have a warrant issued out of Hacienda Justice Court on a shoplifting charge. This was issued on October 5th of last year with a $515 bond. Your next court date will be June 11th at 8:30 in Hacienda Justice Court in that matter, and your orders are right over there. Crystal Martinez, and then it'll be Christina Lewis. Full name, date of birth?
Excuse me?
Full name, date of birth?
Crystal Reina Martinez, September 6, 1973.
All right, ma'am. You were previously charged with trafficking in stolen property. A preliminary hearing was set for June 30th of 2020 in Superior Court. When you did not show up, a warrant for your arrest was issued. Pretrial services is recommended that you be released to appear on this matter. Let's see, this was number, where am I on this? Your next court date, I'm going to release you on supervised release. In your paperwork will be a phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call them and touch base with them. Your next court date will be, and the public defender's office has been appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be June 26th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And make sure that you call pretrial services within a few days of your release, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, the reason why I haven't even handled this, I know it's an old warrant, very old, but there's no buses where I'm at. I have no car was stolen.
Well,
from that town twice, and there's no way for me to
well, I
get
don't
there in
know
the
what else
bus,
to
so I
tell
don't
you.
know.
I hope you can get a ride back in here on June 26th.
No, I'll do my best to get here.
All right, good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Christina Lewis, and then it'll be Jakari Howard. Full name, whoops, where is she here? Full name and date of birth?
Christina Lewis, June 1st, 82.
All right, Miss Lewis, you were arrested yesterday, charged with theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony. Pretrial Services has recommended that you be released on supervised release to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix on these charges June 23rd at 8:30. This incident was alleged to have occurred on yesterday, June 7th. In the paperwork you get will be a phone number for pretrial services. Call them within a few days of your release to touch base with them, all right? Your order's right over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Jakari Howard.
Jakari Howard, 9/21/2000.
All right, Mr. Howard, yesterday you were arrested for 2 misdemeanors, criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor disorderly conduct by fighting. Pretrial Services said that you are financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can, in any subsequent court proceeding, request appointment of counsel, and the judge will reconsider it. Your circumstances, financial circumstances, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Goodyear Municipal Court on June 25th at 1 p.m.
June 25th, 1 p.m.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
The order's right
Thank you.
over there. All right, I've gotten, let's see. Let me put the house calls on the record, and then I will see the last defendant. Dante Jackson is, are you talking to the interpreter? The courtroom hasn't been cleared yet, I don't think. Dante Jackson was arrested yesterday, charged with intentional destruction of jail property, Class 5 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. I set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. His next court date will be June 13th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Isaiah Perry was charged with, let me get up there, criminal damage. Yesterday, I appoint the public, that's Class 5 felony, I appoint the public defender. He's being released on supervised release to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 23rd at 8:30. Michael Chester is here on 2 separate matters. He failed to appear in Superior Court on March 26th on the case where he was charged with possession of burglary tools and a form of burglary, both felonies. When he didn't show up on March 26th, they issued a warrant for his arrest. His next court date will be June 13th at 8:30, and the bond was set by the judge when he failed to show up at $500. In their intro, earlier yesterday, I believe it was, yes, he was arrested on new felony charges, and was on felony release, obviously. So he's going to be held without bond, but the charges that the things that they charged him with, 1 count each: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; resisting arrest with physical force, a Class 6 felony; possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony; and criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. The public defender's office appointed to represent him because he was on felony release. No bond will be set. He'll not be released. His next court date is June 13th at 8:30, Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Cordero, is the courtroom empty? Okay. This is the interpreter, man.
If you need...
You have to tell them to come in. Hello.
Hello, good morning, good night. My name is Josh, and I'm going to be your Spanish interpreter. ID number 395-78640. How may I help you?
Yes, thank you. We have one Spanish speaker, and his first name is Luis. I need to have him give me his full name and date of birth.
Ok, sir. Hola, buenos días o buenas noches. Me presento, mi nombre es Joshua. Voy a funcionar como su intérprete de inglés a español. Muy bien, señor. Necesitamos que nos brinde su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento.
Luis Cordero, septiembre 18 del 90.
Ok, le confirmo. Me dijo que su nombre es Luis Calderón y fecha de nacimiento es septiembre 18 del 90, ¿correcto?
Cordero.
Cordero. Ok. Perfecto. So, yes, sir, this is the interpreter speaking now. We're just confirming. Oh, sorry, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, well, sir. So, this is the interpreter speaking now. We're just confirming some information. So, name is going to be Luis Cordero, and the birth September 18th, 1990.
All right, Mr. Cordero, you were arrested yesterday and charged with 2 counts of indecent exposure, both misdemeanors. If you are entitled to have counsel appointed, it'll be at your next court appearance in North Mesa Justice Court on June 11th at 1 p.m. A secured appearance bond has been set at $5,000. You're not to return to the scene of where this incident occurred and have any contact with alleged victims or witnesses. And as I said, your next court date is June 11th at 1 p.m.
Muy bien, señor Cordero. Usted fue arrestado el día de ayer en cargo de 2 condados por exhibicionismo. Ambos delitos, bueno, usted va a tener adjuntado un abogado y de igual forma usted en su próxima aparición en la corte lo tendrá. Esto será, bueno, le sugerimos que esta corte será el 11 de junio a las 1 p.m. en el condado de North May y de igual forma se ha asegurado una fianza con garantía de $5,000. Usted no debe de regresar a la escena donde el incidente ocurrió y tampoco debe tener contacto con las víctimas alegadas o testigos. Y, como le dije, su fecha en la corte es el 11 de junio a las 1 p.m.
And your order's right over there.
So, tengo 2 cargos.
Y su orden está justo acá.
Se dice que tengo 2 cargos.
Yes, there were 2 counts of indecent exposure.
Sí, señor. 2 condados. Exhibicionismo.
So, mi pregunta es, en la próxima corte, ¿qué tendría que pasar ahí? Ya me van a proveer un abogado. Ellos me pusieron un abogado ya.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, my next court date, so will I have an attorney? Do you already appoint me one attorney, sir?
Yes, because the hearing will be in North Mesa Justice Court, because this wasn't charged as a felony, it'll be a misdemeanor. I put that, let me see here. the order provides that I issued, the defendant, that's you, is to be appointed counsel at the next court appearance. So they will appoint counsel for you at your next court appearance on June 11th.
Sí, señor. Usted va a tener una audiencia, eso será en la Corte de Justicia de North May, y debido a que a usted no se le puso un crimen de delito grave, sino un delito menor, entonces la orden proveída que fue emitida hacia usted, el acusado, entonces se le ha puesto a un abogado para su próxima corte. Este abogado estará sentándose junto a usted en su próxima corte, en la aparición el día 11 de junio.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Interpreter. Great job.
Not at all, sir. Thank you. Well, sir, so is there anything else that I can help you with?
Yeah. Yeah, the defendant is already out of the courtroom, and we don't have anybody else on the docket for you to inquire. We saved him for the end because of the nature of the charges, and he's the only Spanish speaker.
Okay, understood, sir. Well, so in that case, then again, my name is Josh. I was your Spanish interpreter. ID number 395-78640. Thank you for calling. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I need to I want to put on the record before you take me off. I forgot to put the reasons for the house, why they're house calls. Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chester, the reason that he was not allowed to come in the courtroom, he was refusing to follow orders of the detention officers. They felt that he would be a problem in the courtroom. The reason that Dante Jackson, number 4 in the docket, was not brought to the courtroom was because he was combative. And number 23 was, let's see, where am I here? Mr. Perry, he was unable to function, I guess. Why was he, officer, why he was unable to function?
Generally that could mean that he is just not following orders as well.
Okay.
But yeah, unable to function in general population.
All right, he wouldn't follow directions either. That's why he was not brought in. All right. That's everybody, right? Okay, let me...
referencia autor. P212302.
I'm coming from workings with the trustees.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning, you may be seated. Hey, give me just a second and we will get started. I All right, good morning. This is the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Sunday, June 8th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up individually. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. At the conclusion of your matter, officers will have paperwork for you. That paperwork will detail my orders in your case, as well as provide information about the date, time, and location of your future hearings. We will begin in just a moment. All right, we're going to start with Jacob Nusser, and then we're going to go to Sky Daw, please. All right, Mr. Nusser, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Jacob Wayne Nusser.
And Mr. Nusser, what is your date of birth?
6/25/04.
Thank you. And you are here today on two matters. We're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County Superior Court matter first. The Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on a direct complaint matter which alleges that on or about October 2nd of 2024, you committed the offense of criminal trespass in the first degree, a Class 6 felony, and that on or about that same date, you committed criminal trespass, a Class 1 misdemeanor. In that matter, and officer, I'm going to reprint that one. I apologize. Dana, I'm sorry. In that Maricopa County matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that Maricopa County matter in the amount of $50. Now, you are also here because the Pinal County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in Pinal County. In that Pinal County matter, I am setting hold on. Boy, sorry about that. I am indicating, I need to reprint that one too, I'm sorry. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Pinal County Superior Court on June 11th at 8:30 a.m. Pursuant to that Pinal County Superior Court warrant, I am holding you non-bondable on that matter. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you in a moment. All right, Sky Daw, please. All right, Ms. Daw, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Sky Yazi Dog, October 18th, 1993.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony, I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500 in that case. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. Okay, go ahead, step to the left. Sharette Newton, please. Hi, ma'am, give me just a second.
Okay.
All right, you are, sorry, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Charlotte Roxanne Newton, 62276.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Newton, you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in your matter CR 2024-145724.
I apologize. I had no transportation.
You still need to get to your court hearings, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm not appointing you an attorney in that matter because one should already have been appointed for you in the event you are entitled to an attorney, and I did just update that. Sorry, Dana. Of course, you may always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting 2 hearings, one on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. All right, officer will have your paperwork for you. Go ahead, step to the left. Make sure you go to your hearings.
Okay. Thank you.
Nathaniel Phelps, please. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Nathaniel Phelps.
And Mr. Phelps, what is your date of birth?
09/28/1994.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on assault charges, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in the North Valley Justice Court on June 11th at 8:30 a.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $1,000. Now, I understand that you share children with the alleged victim. Is that correct? Okay. So 3 things. 1, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. If you need to get any essential belongings from your residence, you may arrange for one civil standby with your local police department. No victim contact, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime. If you and the alleged victim need to coordinate anything involving your shared children, there is a provision in the order that states that you may contact her by email or text regarding that, okay? All right. Your next hearing is June 11th at 8:30 in the North Valley Justice Court. In the event that you are able to post your $1,000 secured appearance bond, you will need to abide by release conditions at least until that hearing, okay? Go ahead, step to the left. Rosalinda Larson, please. All right, Ms. Larson, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Rosalinda Larson, 82166.
Thank you. And you are here today on 2 matters. Let's talk about your new case first. You were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including no contact with any co-defendant, and you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours, which leads us to your probation case. You are currently on probation in CR 2022-133052. In that case, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am also setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, again, I am reminding you, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. James Chrisman, please. And after Mr. Christmas, we're going to have Larry Hannon. All right, Mr. Chrisman, go ahead and state your name for the record.
James Chrisman, 1890.
I'm sorry, say your date of birth again.
1890.
Thank you. All right, you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2023-000443. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, I'm reminding you that you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Larry Hannon and then Taj Brewer, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Larry LeSean
And Hannon's your last name?
Larry LeSean Hannon, yeah.
All right, sorry about that. And Mr. Hannon, what's your date of birth?
8/28/78.
Thank you. All right, and you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest for child support. In that matter, I'm not appointing you an attorney because it is a civil matter. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 10th at 10 a.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Pursuant to that arrest warrant, I am setting a cash purge amount of $600. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Taj Brewer, please. Mr. Brewer, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Taj Brewer.
And Mr. Brewer, what is your date of birth?
05/03/1994.
Thank you. And you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in your case CR 2023-148746. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
I'm pretty sure that's the biggest problem right there. So, how would I go about getting in contact with him? I lost my phone, information, and everything. I don't have his number. So I don't know if I need to call the...
So that information should be on your paperwork.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do that. All right, go ahead, step left. Dustin Trejo, please. And then Christopher Allen. All right, Ms. Trejo, go ahead and state your name for the record, please.
Dustin Trejo, and my birthday is 9/20/2001.
Thank you. Mr. Trejo, you are here on 3 matters. Let's go ahead and talk about your new matter. First, you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. Did find probable cause for that, and I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Now, you are on probation in 2 other cases, which are CR 2022-147524 and CR 2022-145808. In each of those matters, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest for probation violations. In each of those probation violation cases, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your case ending 7524, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. And in your case ending 5808, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation services. Okay, go ahead, step to left. Christopher Allen, please, and then Dennis Titus. Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Allen, 6/1972.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Allen, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on a probation violation matter. In that matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that probation violation matter in the amount of $750. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours because you are on intensive probation services. Go ahead, step to left. Dennis Titus, please. All right, Mr. Titus, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Dennis Titus, June 10th, 1985.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding you are not indigent. Therefore, I am not appointing you an attorney today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting hearings on June 23rd at 8:30 and June 26th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay. I have reviewed the Form 4 and I have reviewed the state's recommendation in this case. The state is recommending that you be released to pretrial services. I find that recommendation to be reasonable, so I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You will need to register with pretrial services, and you will need to do things like drug testing with pretrial services. I am also requiring that you not have any contact with any co-defendant. Go ahead, step to the left. Antonio Barcenas, please. Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Antonio Barcenas,
And Mr. Barcenas, what is your date of birth?
10/13/1990.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of assault, Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on June 24th at 9 a.m. Will you go to that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. However, you are subject to release conditions, including you may not have any contact with any alleged victim. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim, even if you are the owner or renter of that residence. If you are, you need to find someplace else to live. If you need to obtain any essential belongings, you may request one civil standby from your local law enforcement agency. You need to obey any, hold on, I need to update this, sorry. You need to obey any orders of protection and any orders against harassment. I understand that you and the alleged victim share children, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so there is an exception for contacting the alleged victim regarding care and custody of any shared children. Okay, you can do that by text or email, but no harassment can happen during that contact, okay? All right, I did update the paperwork just a little bit, and we will have that for you now. All right, James Becerra, please. And then Gloria Orozco.
Good morning, Honorable Elizabeth Campo.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead. State your name for the record.
James Arthur Becerra.
And what is your date of birth, sir?
5/26/1999.
Okay. All right, and I have a question for you. Are you in custody in different, I've got two justice court cases here. Are you in custody on a different matter?
Yes. I believe it was, I get out in a couple of days.
In a couple days?
I think tomorrow, actually. If tomorrow's the night, yeah.
Okay. All right, so in view of your statement, you're going to get out tomorrow. So you have two justice court warrants, and they are University Lakes Justice Court and they're both University Lakes Justice Court, and they are both for failure to appear in criminal trespass matters. In both of those, I'm not going to appoint you an attorney because of the nature of the charges. You're not entitled to have me appoint one for you today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 24th at 1:30 p.m. in the University Lakes Justice Court. Will you go to that hearing?
Yes.
Okay. If you happen to still be in custody, and I know you're not anticipating that you are, but keep in mind that the detention officers can arrange for you to attend those hearings. I think they do it remotely. All right, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance in these cases. That doesn't mean that you're not still here on whatever matter you're here. It just means that when you clear up whatever matter you're in custody for, these two matters won't keep you here, okay? All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Gloria Orozco, please. Hi, go ahead, say your name for the record.
Gloria Orozco, 051094.
Thank you. All right, you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting two hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30, and the next one on June 26th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. All right. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
Stephen Gonzalez, please, and then Ho Nguyen. All right, sir, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Steven Angel Gonzalez,
And Mr. Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
01/29/1995.
Thank you. And you are here today because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in case CR 2019-147655. I am appointing you an attorney in that probation violation matter, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours after you're released. You need to go to your hearings, or another probation violation warrant will issue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, step to the left. Hona Gwynn, please. Morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Winho,
Okay, and sir, what is your date of birth?
11/28,
11/28, what is the year?
1963.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested on charges that you failed to give your true name to law enforcement. Wait, hold, what? Oh, I see. I get it. Okay, wait. I'm going to need to reprint this one. I read it wrong, and I apologize for that. Give me just a second. Okay, Okay. Sorry about that. You were arrested because the Encanto Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter, which stems from a February 23 obstruction of justice refusal to give true name offense. Because of the nature of the charges, you're not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for you here today. However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 26th at 1:30 in the Encanto Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You need to go to that hearing, and you need to get it taken care of, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Step to left. Officer has the paperwork for you. Alexis King, please. All right, Ms. King, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Alexis King.
All right, and Ms. King, did they give you a white laminated card? Okay, and did you read that white laminated card? Okay. All right. All right, Ms. King, a warrant for your arrest has been issued by the state of Ohio. That state wants you back on this warrant. Before court, you were given some paperwork on a white laminated card, which you indicated to me you did read, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As I stated, you have a warrant from the state of Ohio. You have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to the state of Ohio. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for the requesting state to come for you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If you do have criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, the 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set your hearing on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I cannot appoint an attorney to represent you because extradition matters are civil in nature, but you would have the right to hire a lawyer at your expense if you choose. You are entitled to bail, which in this case would be a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. If you aren't able to post your bail, you would be held in custody during that time or until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you to Ohio. That process could take up to 90 days. So you have to let me know at this point whether you want to waive your right to an extradition hearing or not.
So if I stay here, would I be able to, like, I would be able to post my bond?
So if you keep the extradition hearing, then I will set the bond at $25,000, and I will set that extradition hearing for June 16th at 1:30 p.m.
And I will be in jail until then?
Unless you can post your bond, yes, ma'am.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, isn't she also being seen on another charge? The theft?
I have only got her on one thing on my calendar today. We have not received a page 2.
It's not a page 2, it was the ER 2002.
That is her fugitive for justice matter. She's got a larceny charge out of Ohio.
She's on any other documents either. Unless she pops up later.
Okay. So there may be another matter out there. We may get a page 2 for you, but we have not at this point. So right now, I am going to leave your extradition hearing set on June 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Officer will have your paperwork. If you want to go ahead, step to the left. All right, which brings us to our house calls. All right. We have a number of house calls today. Our first house, the house calls are not able to be with us because they are a danger to self, a danger to others, or otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing with us today in court. All right, our first house call is Joshua Chiago. Mr. Chiago's date of birth is September 28th of 2001. Mr. Chiago was arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and disorderly conduct with a weapon, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for those, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $50,000. In the event that Mr. Chiago is able to post that bond and secure his release, he would be subject to certain release conditions, including drug and alcohol testing. Our second house call is Juan Magdaleno. Mr. Magdaleno's date of birth is October 31st, 1995. Mr. Magdaleno was arrested yesterday on allegations of aggravated assault on a first responder, a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause for that, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting a hearing on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Mr. Magdaleno's case in the amount of $15,000. Our next house call is Marcus Knighton. Mr. Knighton's date of birth is November 13th, 1993. Mr. Knighton is here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for his arrest on allegations that he violated his probation in case CR 2025-110342. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing him an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. Our next house call is William Maceo. Mr. Maceo's date of birth is February 21, 1968. In that matter, Mr. Maceo was arrested yesterday on charges of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony, and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing him an attorney. I am setting a secured appearance bond in his case in the amount of $1,500. Just a second. Oh yeah, $1,500. All right, our last house call is Katrina Villaverde. Miss Villaverde's date of birth is December 29th, 1984. Miss Villaverde is here on 3 matters. She was arrested yesterday on charges of shoplifting, concealment, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. And I am appointing her an attorney. I'm setting 2 hearings in her new case, the first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In her new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. Now, Ms. Villaverde is also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for her arrest on allegations that she violated her probation in her cases CR 2024-130386 and CR 2023-118085. In both of those probation violation matters, I am appointing her an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds in the amount of $1,000 in both probation violation matters. If anything happens or changes after I talk to the house call individuals, I will update my written orders. And with that, we are going to stand adjourned on the 8 a.m. initial appearance calendar, and we will reconvene at 11 a.m.
Good morning, folks. This is the court interpreter, just doing a sound check. Can you guys in the courtroom hear the interpreter?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning, you may be seated. Mr. Interpreter, do we have you on the phone this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, Jose Garcia, Arizona Credential Court Interpreter, CITS staff.
All right. Mr. Interpreter, let me handle just a couple of logistical things first, and then we will start, okay?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Richards?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to meet with your client? Did you want an opportunity to meet with your client?
I met with my client. I'm ready to go, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to take we have two interpreter matters. I'm going to do those first so we can excuse the interpreter, and then we will move to your matter.
Of course. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. Good morning. My name is Mr. Garcia, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Commissioner Elizabeth Campbell, and this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Sunday, June 8th, 2025.
Muy buenos días, soy la comisionada Elizabeth Campbell. Esta es las comparecencias iniciales para el día de hoy, domingo 8 de junio de las 11 de la mañana.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar.
Las órdenes judiciales provistas durante el primer calendario del día del mes para que se obtengan las muestras de ADN y huellas dactilares también corresponden a todas estas audiencias.
Persons appearing before this court are reminded that they have the right to remain silent and that anything they say could be used against them.
A todas las personas que comparecen ante este juzgado se les recuerda que tienen el derecho a permanecer callado. Todo lo que usted mencione puede ser utilizado en su contra.
Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney.
La mayoría de ustedes han llenado los requisitos para que se les nombre a un abogado de oficio.
If you have not qualified for a court-appointed attorney, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Si no ha llenado los requisitos para que se le nombre a un abogado de oficio, o incluso si sí los llenó, de todos modos tiene el derecho de que usted pueda contratar su propio abogado particular para que lo represente.
I will be calling you up one by one.
Voy a convocarlos para que pase uno a la vez.
When your name is called, please proceed to the podium.
Cuando diga su nombre, por favor proceda a pasar a estar de pie en el podio.
At the conclusion of your matter, detention officers will have paperwork for you.
Tras la conclusión de su causa el día de hoy, los agentes de custodio tendrán papeleo que entregarle.
That paperwork will detail my orders in your case.
Dicho papeleo va a entrar en detalle sobre mis órdenes de su causa.
That paperwork will also contain the dates, times, and locations of your future hearings.
Dicho papel va a contener también tanto las fechas, los horarios y la ubicación de sus futuras audiencias.
We are going to start this morning with Juan Aguilar Ruiz, please, and then Jaime Salazar Bautista, please.
Vamos a iniciar con la causa primero de Juan Antonio Aguilar Ruiz y luego Jaime Salazar Bautista.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Buenos días, señor.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Mr. Ruiz, please state your name for the record.
Señor Ruiz, diga por favor su nombre para que conste en actas.
Juan Aguilar Ruiz.
Juan Aguilar Ruiz.
Mr. Ruiz, what is your date of birth?
Señor Ruiz,
8 de julio del 84.
¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento?
8 de julio del 84.
July 8th of 84.
Thank you. Mr. Ruiz, you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated DUI while your license was suspended or revoked, a Class 4 felony.
Señor Ruiz, usted fue detenido el día de ayer por haber recibido una imputación de conducir bajo los efectos, en inglés DUI, conducir bajo los efectos con agravantes, mientras su licencia de conducir estaba suspendida, revocada.
Aggravated DUI, third DUI, a Class 4 felony.
El de conducir bajo los efectos con agravantes, un tercer conducir bajo los efectos, delito mayor categoría 4.
DUI, Class 1 misdemeanor.
Un delito de conducir bajo los efectos, un delito menor categoría 1.
DUI with a BAC of .08 or more, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Conducir bajo los efectos mientras la concentración de alcoholismo en su organismo era de 0.8 centésimas o más, delito menor, categoría 1.
Extreme DUI, BAC .15 to .2, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Delito de conducir bajo los efectos con la alcoholemia de 0.15 centésimas a 0.20 centésimas, delito menor, categoría 1.
An extreme DUI, DUI with a BAC of .2 or more, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Y delito de conducir bajo los efectos al grado extremo con la alcoholemia de 0.20 centésimas o más, delito menor, categoría 1.
You were also arrested on charges of driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
También se le imputó el de haber conducido con una licencia de conducir suspendida o revocada, también, delito menor, categoría 1.
I did find probable cause for those violations.
Determinó que existe el motivo fundado contra esas imputaciones.
For purposes of appointing you an attorney,
Para propósitos de nombrarle a un abogado,
based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent.
a base de la información que usted le proveyó a la Agencia del Control de Procesados, determinó que usted no es una persona que sea indigente.
Therefore, I am not appointing you an attorney today.
Con eso en mente, no voy a nombrarle a un abogado para ello.
However, you may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you.
Sin embargo, usted puede contratar su propio abogado particular para que lo represente a usted.
I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30.
Programo 2 audiencias en su causa. La primera será una audiencia de actualización procesal, programada para el 13 de junio, 8:30 de la mañana, seguido por una audiencia que se programa para el 17 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
Both of those hearings will be in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Ambas audiencias van a ventilarse en el Tribunal Superior de el Condado Maricopa en el centro de Phoenix.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000.
Fijo su fianza en la cantidad de $5,000 de una caución garantizada.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions.
En el suceso de que usted logre depositar su fianza y es puesto en libertad, usted queda bajo ciertas medidas cautelares.
Those conditions include alcohol testing.
Dichas medidas cautelares incluyen pruebas contra las bebidas alcohólicas.
You are specifically reminded that you may not drive a motor vehicle.
Específicamente se le recuerda a usted que no debe de conducir un vehículo.
Go ahead, step to left.
Pase a su lado izquierdo.
All right, Jaime Salazar Bautista, please.
Muy bien, Jaime Salazar Bautista, por favor.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Buenos días, señor. Proceda y diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es Jaime Salazar Bautista.
Good morning.
Fecha de nacimiento es,
Continúe, señor.
fecha de nacimiento noviembre 10 del 90.
Good morning. My name is Jaime Salazar Bautista. My date of birth is November 10th of 1990.
Thank you. Mr. Bautista, you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated DUI while your license was suspended or revoked, a Class 4 felony.
Gracias, señor Bautista. Usted fue detenido el día de ayer debido a haber conducido de una imputación por conducir bajo los efectos con agravantes mientras su licencia de conducir estaba suspendida o revocada. Delito mayor, categoría 4.
DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Conducir bajo los efectos, delito menor, categoría 1.
DUI with a BAC of .08 or more, also a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Imputación de conducir bajo los efectos con una concentración en su organismo de .08 o más. También, delito menor, categoría 1.
I did find probable cause for those, and I am appointing you an attorney.
Determino que sí existe el motivo fundado contra usted en esas imputaciones y le nombro un abogado.
I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30.
Programo 2 audiencias en su causa. La primera es una audiencia de actualización procesal que va a programarse para el 13 de junio, 8:30 de la mañana, seguida por la segunda audiencia para el 17 de junio, 8:30 de la mañana también.
Both of those hearings are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court.
Ambas audiencias se van a celebrar en el Tribunal Superior del Condado Maricopa en el centro de la ciudad de Phoenix.
I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $5,000.
Fijo su cantidad de fianza en la cantidad de $5,000 de dinero garantizado.
In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain pre-trial release conditions.
En el suceso de que usted logra depositar su fianza y es puesto en libertad, usted queda bajo ciertas medidas cautelares.
Those conditions include alcohol testing.
Dichas condiciones de medidas cautelares incluyen pruebas contra la bebida del alcohol.
I'm also specifically reminding you that you may not drive a motor vehicle.
También específicamente le recuerdo que usted no debe de conducir un vehículo.
All right, go ahead, step to the left.
Muy bien, pase para su lado izquierdo.
All right, Mr. Garcia, that's everyone I have marked as needing your services this morning. Can you please inquire in the gallery to make sure we didn't miss anybody?
Absolutely, Your Honor. ¿Existe alguien más presente esta mañana que necesite los servicios de interpretación esta mañana? Si puede levantar su mano, por favor.
And Mr. Garcia, Mr. Bautista has a question.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Sí, mi pregunta era, lo que pasa es que al 13 tengo una cita con inmigración que estoy viendo lo de mi hija. No sé si pueda ponerme otra fecha.
Yes, the thing is that on the 13th, I have an immigration appointment. I'm looking into my daughter's situation, and I'm not sure if you guys can give me another date for that hearing.
I cannot. I did appoint you an attorney. You can reach out to your attorney and see if your attorney can ask for a different date for you.
Yo no puedo, pero sí le nombré a un abogado para que lo represente. Usted puede comunicarse con su abogado y ver si su abogado puede solicitar si le pueden dar otra fecha de audiencia.
Perfecto, gracias.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, officer, did we have any hands for anybody else needing Mr. Garcia's services this morning? All right, Mr. Garcia, thank you so much for your help and your assistance.
Absolutely, Your Honor. May you and your staff have a wonderful day, and if the court is covering juvenile court later on, this is the interpreter who will be assisting, Your Honor.
All right, I'll talk to you at 1.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Michael Koopman, please.
Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Richards.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I am going to ask Mr. Koopman to identify himself for the record. Once I do that, then I'll get your appearance, and then we'll start to move through, okay?
Of course, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Koopman, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Michael Koopman,
And Mr. Koopman, what is your date of birth?
7/12/73.
Okay. And Mr. Koopman, you were arrested yesterday on charges of resisting arrest using physical force, a Class 6 felony, failure to obey a police officer, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and interfering with a police officer, a Class 3 misdemeanor. Mr. Richards, I'm sorry, I should have asked you to make your appearance, and so go ahead and do it now.
Good morning, Your Honor. Benjamin Richards on behalf of Mr. Koopman, who's present in custody to my left.
Thank you. And Mr. Richards, would you like to be heard on probable cause?
I would, only on the Class 6 felony, Your Honor, just briefly. I have reviewed the Form 4 and the probable cause statement. As Your Honor is well aware, the difference between resisting arrest as a Class 6 felony and a Class 1 misdemeanor is the use of physical force. The probable cause statement is relatively nonspecific. I'd like to highlight just a few of the notes from the law enforcement officer. First, the officer says that my client steps out of the vehicle when he's not instructed to. That, of course, is not resisting arrest as physical force. If anything, it's passive resistance. The officer also says that my client bladed his body, which is a classic example of law enforcement taking their training and experience and superimposing it on people who are not law enforcement or don't have prior military experience. Certainly, turning one's body profile to minimize their surface area is not physical force. And then after my client was pepper sprayed, it was about 100 degrees yesterday. This idea of distinguishing between somebody struggling from the shock of pepper spray and then actually using physical force to resist arrest, I think is certainly at best a gray area. Beyond that, I'm happy to address release conditions. We would ask that the court find no probable cause.
Okay.
Judge, this is Dawn Sauer appearing on behalf of the state. For some reason, the camera is not working.
I'm sorry, I apologize, Ms. Sauer. I didn't turn it on. Thank you for letting me know you were here. At this point, would you like to make your appearance and be heard on probable cause?
Yes, Your Honor. Dawn Sauer on behalf of the state. In looking through the Form 4, I believe there is enough to find probable cause for today. It does state that the defendant used physical force to push me away using his shoulders and upper arm. There's also the phrase choosing to fight in an active main thoroughfare. That was before the pepper spray. And even after the pepper spray, it states the defendant continued to struggle with me and continued to pull his arms away. I believe that's sufficient.
All right. I am inclined to agree with the state on that. I think there is enough information in set forth in the Form 4 for me to find probable cause for purposes of this initial appearance hearing on all of the alleged violations, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. I am, and now I'm going to ask Mr. Richards, I did see your notice of appearance. Is this a limited notice of appearance for just this initial appearance?
It is not, Your Honor. We've been retained to represent throughout the
Okay. So I am going to update my information. Thank you for that. All right, I did update that. All right, I am setting 2 hearings, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am now going to move on to release conditions. I'm sorry, I'll start with Ms. Sauer. Ms. Sauer, would you like to be heard on release conditions in this matter?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $2,500 secured appearance bond.
Okay. And Mr. Richards?
I would absolutely like to be heard on that. As Your Honor is well aware, really the 2 factors that this court should consider is whether my client is a danger to the community at large or any alleged victim, and then to secure his appearance. I'd like to speak to securing his appearance first. Mr. Koopman's family has retained private counsel. He owns a home in Mesa, Arizona. He's the father of 3 children, a 19-year-old, and then 2 minor children, a 17 and 14-year-old. I've spoken with his spouse multiple times. Today, he's the primary caretaker of his children. There's just zero evidence to suggest that he is not going to appear at a future hearing. With respect to being a danger to the community or any alleged victim, the person who's the alleged victim here is a law enforcement officer. Presumably, my client doesn't know that person. There's an instruction not to contact any alleged victim or any law enforcement officer as part of the investigation is more than sufficient to protect that alleged victim. There's absolutely no indication, no allegation of any prior criminal history. We would ask that the court release him on his own recognizance. If the court thinks that something more is needed, we would ask that he be released to pretrial services. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And I considered the state's recommendation, and I have now heard argument from Mr. Richards. I do acknowledge that that Mr. Koopman has, according to my information, no meaningful criminal history. However, I do believe that his conduct did pose a community safety risk. I am going to go ahead and set a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. In this matter, I am also going to order that he have no contact with the alleged victim. I do know that the alleged victim was law enforcement. However, I'm going to keep that there. No weapons, no alcohol. And with that, I think, unless there's anything further from the state, Ms. Sauer?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further from you, Mr. Richards?
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, then that's going to conclude this matter. If you would like, Mr. Richards, I'm sure we can provide you with a courtesy copy of the order.
That would be great.
As soon as I sign it, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that good? Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right, China Padilla, please.
I'll bring you your copy in a second. Right here.
Second, are you good with me going, or do you?
I'm just going to ask this.
Oh, thank you for that. All right, Ms. Padilla, go ahead, state your name for the record.
China Padilla.
And Ms. Padilla, what is your date of birth?
04/11/1991.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting 3 hearings in your case. The first on June 13th at 8:30, the next one on June 16th at 1:30 p.m., and the last one on June 17th at 8:30. All of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am holding you non-bondable on your new charges because you were on release in CR 2025-006740 on the date of these violations. All right, so you are non-bondable on the new charges. Go ahead, step to the left.
Would I be able to do some treatment instead of going back to jail?
So it is a statutory requirement that I hold you non-bondable when you are on, if you are on felony release, as you were in your previous 25 case, and you get new felony charges, you are held non-bondable on those new charges. All right, go ahead, step to the left. Timothy Wright, please, and then Carlos Nevarez. All right, Mr. Wright, go ahead, state your name for the record. Mr. Wright, can you state your name for the record? Are you not going to identify yourself for the record? Okay. All right, officer, do we have fingerprints on him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do they establish this gentleman in front of me as Timothy Wright?
Yes, ma'am, and I have his picture.
Huh?
And I have his picture.
And you have his picture, and I'm looking at his picture as well. And according to your information, is his date of birth February 27th, 1989?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, based upon your fingerprints, I'm finding that you are, in fact, Timothy Wright, whose date of birth is 2/27/89, 89. And we're going to pause just a second and give Mr. Richards the opportunity to, yes.
Thanks.
All right, you were arrested yesterday, Mr. Wright, on charges of aggravated assault, impeding breathing, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30. Both of those are in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $50,000. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain other pretrial release conditions, including electronic monitoring. I am reminding you, you may not possess any weapons or consume any alcohol. Officer will have your updated paperwork for you. Thank you. Go ahead, step to the left. All right, Carlos Nevarez, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Carlos Navarez.
And I mispronounced your name.
No worries.
So sorry about that.
You're good, don't worry.
All right, Mr.
Navarez.
Navarez. What is your date of birth?
09/16/2002.
Thank you. You were arrested yesterday on charges of unlawful flight from law enforcement, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and criminal trespass, a Class 1 misdemeanor. For purposes of appointing you an attorney, based upon the information that you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing you an attorney today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000 in your case. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you're reminded you may not possess weapons.
With the bond, can I do bonds, like the bail bondsman with the $2,500?
Yes, you can work with a bond company to get that bond posted, and detention officers will have information about bond companies or contact information.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Eric Barrios, please.
Barrios. Eric.
All right, Mr. Barrios, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Eric Barrios,
Mr. Barrios, what is your date of birth?
2783.
Thank you. And you are here today on 3 matters. So we're going to go ahead and talk about your Maricopa County matters first, and we're going to start with your new charges. You were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 4 felony. You did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case. The first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $750. Now, you are currently on probation in Maricopa County Superior Court, and that probation case is CR 2024-129446. In that probation case, the Maricopa County Superior Court had issued a warrant for your arrest on allegations that you violated that probation. I am appointing you an attorney in the probation violation matter, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the probation matter in the amount of $750. Now, you are also here because the Yavapai County Superior Court issued a warrant for your arrest in their matter. In that matter, and their matter also involving a probation violation. In that matter, an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Yavapai County Superior Court on June 11th at 8:30. In that matter, pursuant to the Yavapai County arrest warrant, I am setting a bond of $25,000, a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000. Oh, and hold on. I don't know why it said that. Give me just a second. I need to update number 32. I'm sorry, apparently I decided I wasn't going to click anything. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. All right. We will have updated paperwork for you, but that concludes your matters. You can go ahead, you step to the left and have a seat, and the detention officers will bring your paperwork to you. Melinda Williams, please, and then Michael Gerloff. All right, Ms. Williams, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Melinda Williams.
And Ms. Williams, what is your date of birth?
8/5/81.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault, class 3 felony, assault with touching, intent to injure, a class 3 misdemeanor, and assault causing fear of physical injury, also a class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. I am also ordering that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim, and that you not possess weapons or consume alcohol. Go ahead.
So will I be still in jail if I don't come with that money?
So in order to secure your release, you would need to post your bond.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, step left. Michael Gerloff, please, and then David Petrau. All right, Mr. Gerloff, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Michael E. Gerloff.
And Mr. Gerloff, what is your date of birth?
December 16th, 1986.
All right, and you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for failure to appear in your matter, CR 2024-115962. In that matter, I am not appointing you an attorney because if you are eligible to have an attorney appointed for you, one should already have been appointed. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 12th at 2:30 p.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. You are currently on probation, so I am reminding you that in the event you post your bond and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, go ahead, step left.
Is there any way I could lower my bond to $1,000?
I
could secure that, and my mom's spoken with my probation officer already.
So in looking, that is after the judicial officer's review of your matter on May 22nd, that was the bond amount that was recommended. I'm not really seeing any reason to lower that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, step to left. David Petrau, please. All right, Mr. Petrau, go ahead.
There's a problem. We know there's a problem.
Okay. All right, Mr. Petrau, go ahead, state your name for the record.
David Petro.
And Mr. Petrau, what is your date of birth? 2031. Okay. Does does August 31st of 1973, does that sound right to you?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So you were arrested yesterday on charges of aggravated assault. That's a Class 6 felony. Yeah. Assault on a first responder, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your matter, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $2,500. And I think, give me just a second. Oh, and I'm sorry, I think there were 2 things checked here that shouldn't have been checked, so we're going to need to reprint that order. All right, we will have your updated paperwork for you in just a second. You can go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Heather Dinoyer, and then Jonathan Dominguez, please.
She's a household.
Heather is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unable to function.
Okay.
Unable to follow orders.
Okay. Jonathan Dominguez, please, and then Joseph Cryer. Mr. Dominguez, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Jonathan Dominguez.
All right, you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those, and I am appointing you an attorney. I'm setting hearings on June 13th at 8:30 and June 17th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $1,500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you would be subject to certain release conditions, including electronic monitoring. I'm also requiring that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim. If you and the alleged victim reside together, you're going to have to find someplace else to live. If you need to collect any essential belongings, you can arrange for 1 civil standby with law enforcement. Now, do you and the alleged victim, do you share any children?
No.
Okay. All right, so with that, no victim contact, no returning to the scene of the alleged crime. Go ahead, step left.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Joseph Cryer, please. All right, Mr. Cryer, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Joseph Sia, 3978.
Okay, and say your last name for me one more time.
Sear.
Sear? All right, Mr. Sear, you are here on 3 matters. You were arrested yesterday on taking contraband into a correctional facility, a Class 5 felony. I did find probable cause for that. Based upon the information you provided to pretrial services, I am finding that you are not indigent, so I am not appointing you an attorney. However, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 13th at 8:30 and the second one on June 17th at 8:30. In your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $300. Now, you are also on probation in cases CR 2022-101976 and CR 2021-122929. In both of those cases, the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation. In both of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on June 16th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both of those probation violation matters, which I'm going to back up. In the 2022 probation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the 2021 probation violation matter, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $200. In the event you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. All right. Go ahead, step to the left. All right, David Miller, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir.
David Miller, 42359.
Thank you. All right, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in cases, CR 2021-006338 and CR 2023-153725. In each of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of those probation violation matters, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, I am reminding you, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay?
The last time I got released for a probation violation, they would not let me know their location. I had no way of getting a hold of my probation officer. They wouldn't let me know where their location was at. They moved. I went to the last place that they were located, and they were not there, and nobody in the facility knew where they went. I had no way of getting a hold of my probation officer. I was supposed to report, and I couldn't report because they had moved on me. So.
All right, so it looks like they tried to set a meeting with you in December of 24.
I went to Taro's like they told me.
Okay. So your probation officers, the information for probation, their number, their phone number, will be in your paperwork. So you will have that now. All right.
Thank you.
Joshua Johnson, please, and then Marion Townsend. Morning, sir. Give me just a second, get organized.
Joshua Johnson, March 29th, 1982.
Okay, say it one more time, only louder.
Joshua Johnson, March 29th, 1982.
All right. So, Mr. Johnson, you are here because Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your failure to appear in your cases CR 2024-115627 and CR 2025-109644. In each of those cases, I'm not appointing you an attorney because if you are entitled to have an attorney appointed for you, one should already have been appointed. That being said, you can always retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. In your, in both cases, I'm setting two hearings. The first on June 13th at 8:30 and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to go to your hearings. Otherwise, additional warrants for your arrest may issue, okay?
I didn't, I had two people pass away, and then that's the only reason why I wasn't able to go, because I was out of town. So
Okay.
I apologize for that.
So you need to be in town for your hearings. All right, go ahead. Step to the left. Marion Townsend, please. All right, Ms. Townsend, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Marion Everett Townsend.
And Ms. Townsend, what's your date of birth?
07/21/2000.
Thank you. And you are here today because you were arrested yesterday on charges of organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony and criminal trespass, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings. The first on June 13th at 8:30, and the next one on June 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $750. In the event you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with any alleged victim. I also read in the Form 4 that you've been trespassed from all targets in Maricopa, Maricopa County. So I am further ordering that you not return to the scene of the alleged crime or to any other target location. Okay? All right, go ahead, step left. Laura Evitz, please, and then Heidi Harris, or Heidi Ross. All right, Ms. Evitz, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Laura Evitz, 3575.
Thank you, and you are here today on 2 matters. Let me get a little organized. All right. All right, you are here today because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued warrants for your arrest on allegations that you violated your probation in CR 2021-133100 and CR 2024-138689. In both of those probation violation matters, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In each of those probation violation matters, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $100. In the event you are able to post those bonds and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Okay, go ahead, step left.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, Miss.
Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Heidi Harris, Jr., Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Harris, what is your date of birth?
6/21/1988.
Thank you. And you are here because you were arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. Hold on just a second.
Miss, I have a super drug problem, Miss. Honestly, I just need some kind of rehab. Prison's not doing it for me, Miss. I just keep going in and out with my drug problem, Miss. I don't feel like it's doing me any kind of help, Miss. If you guys can just take me and drop me off to some kind of rehab that you guys know is good, Miss, I think it'd do me a lot better. I need some kind of counseling, something, Miss. My kids are getting big. I already missed out on 2 kids, man. Miss, I just want to be out there and do good. I know I messed up, but I wasn't doing anything, Miss. I'm working at a barbershop. I got a job, Miss. I'm trying to do the best I can, Miss. I got pulled over because I didn't have my lights on. It just happened to have stupid drugs on me, Miss. Man, if you can give me another chance to get out there, Miss, I'll come to every court, Miss. I will not miss anything. Just give me a chance, Miss, please, ma'am.
I did review the financial information. I did see that you are employed. I also read the pretrial interview information. I do see that you've been in Arizona for a good long time.
One shot, Miss. I just need one chance. I will not do you bad. I will not do you dirty, Miss. One chance, I swear to God. I'll go to rehab, go to a halfway house, whatever you want me to go to, Miss, I'm with it. If you think you can help me, I appreciate that. Any kind of help you can give me, Miss, any kind of drug treatment, anything like that, Miss, please.
All right, so although I encourage you to get into drug treatment, it's not something that I have the power to order you into today. However, what I'm going to do is I am going to, for purposes of appointing you an attorney, I'm finding that you are not indigent, so I'm not appointing you an attorney. You can, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 26th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those?
Yes, I will go.
Okay, so I'm going to release you to pretrial services.
Thank you so much, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Man, thank you, man.
Get treatment, keep job, no weapons.
Nah,
you are a prohibited possessor.
Man, thank you so much, man.
Okay.
I appreciate you. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't want to give you a hug. Thank you so much, man.
Okay. I appreciate that. Go ahead, step to the left. Tyshawn Rice, please.
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. All right, go ahead, state your name for the record.
Tyshawn Rice,
And Mr. Rice, what is your date of birth?
5/5/2003.
Thank you. All right, so you are here today because the Kyrene Justice Court issued a warrant for your arrest for failure to appear in their matter. Because I couldn't tell if you had previously seen a judge in this matter or not, I am going to go ahead and appoint you an attorney. I am setting a hearing on June 25th at 9:30 a.m. in the Kyrene Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am. I do want to, however, say that I went to a court hearing in downtown Phoenix somewhere in the beginning of May. I did show up a couple minutes late, but I did able to show up on time.
Okay.
To see a judge.
So that's a good thing. This is not downtown Phoenix. This will be the Kyrene Justice Court. I'm not quite sure where it is, but by its name, I'm guessing it's someplace out in Chandler, but I don't know for sure. Don't rely on me. Rely on the information in your paperwork, which you will get. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. You need to go to that hearing on June 25th at 9:30. If you don't, another arrest warrant may issue, and this is not a good use of your time, okay? All right, so take care of what you need to get taken care of so you don't have to come back, all right? All right, go ahead, step to the left. All right, Christopher Irizarry. Hi, Mr. Irizarry, go ahead and state your name and thereby demonstrate how badly I've mispronounced it.
It's okay. It's Christopher Irizarry.
Irizarry,
That's
okay.
really close.
Okay. All right, and sir, what is your date of birth?
4/26/88.
All right, and you are here today on two matters. You got arrested yesterday on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those.
Okay.
I know you are currently on probation for possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, and actually it's crazy because I haven't gone to treatment yet because they're working with me because I may have cystic fibrosis. So they're allowing me to, with my doctors and going to them. And then this Tuesday, I was supposed to get the medicine that I was supposed to be getting and hopefully clear off, but still need more testing for what I have. And then that Wednesday, I'm supposed to be going to treatment because now I'm cleared from my health part.
Okay. So your new charges, I am appointing you an attorney.
Okay.
And I did look back through because you have been in contact with your probation officer.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the things I always look at is somebody who gets new charges, are they working their probation? And it does look like you are working your probation in the other case. Okay, so I'm setting two hearings. The first on June 23rd at 8:30 and the next one on June 26th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now, you are also on probation, as we've just been discussing, in CR 2023-134773. In that case, your new charges would constitute a violation of Term 1 of that probation. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. All this information will be in your paperwork. Will you go to that June 16th hearing as well? All right, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Now, three things.
Yes.
One, go to the hearing on your new charges, the hearings on your new charges. Go to the hearing on your probation violation charge.
Okay.
Contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Okay, you need to do that. Let him know that you are you were detained, but now you're released. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget to do that.
So for when I'm released from my health stuff, because that's when they said that I can go to treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So does it matter what treatment I go to, or is it just as long as I go to one, right?
That's a question for your probation officer. That's not a question for me.
Okay.
Okay.
So I never done treatment, so I didn't know how that worked exactly.
I talked to your probation officer, but don't forget to call your probation officer within 72 hours after you get released, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Hamza Kargoli. Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Hamza Kargali,
And Mr. Kargoli, what is your date of birth?
11/19/2001.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of driving with a suspended or revoked license, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and exceeding the speed limit, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I'm not appointing you an attorney due to the nature of the charges. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 24th at 9 a.m. in the Ironwood Justice Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You do need to go to your hearing.
I will.
And you need not to drive.
My license, I'm getting it June 25 back, and I had a lot of tickets like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been taking care of all of them.
Okay.
So June 25, hopefully I could get it back. That's when they said I'm gonna get it back.
Okay. All right. Don't drive until you have a valid license. Go to your hearing. Step to the left.
Thank you so much.
Christopher Mata Castillo, please. Hi. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Christopher Adali Mata Castillo,
And Mr. Castillo, what is your date of birth?
October 6, 2002.
Thank you. And you were arrested yesterday on charges of disorderly conduct fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. An attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in Peoria Municipal Court on June 26th at 9 a.m. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You are, however, subject to certain release conditions. You may not have contact with the alleged victim. If you and the alleged victim live together, you're going to have to find someplace else to live, even if you are an owner or renter of the residence. In the event you need to collect any essential belongings, you can arrange for one civil standby to do that. And the way you do that is you call your local police department and you tell them, I need a civil standby. They will know what that is. You need to obey any orders of protection and any injunctions against harassment you might get. So go ahead, step left. Mario Moore, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, state your name for the record.
Mario Moore, 225, 1987.
Thank you. And you are here today because you have an arrest warrant from August 31st, 2016.
Yes, ma'am.
On allegations that you violated your probation in case CR 2014-101539.
Yes, ma'am. So with that, it was a situation where I brought my kids to probation, and we're not allowed to have our kids. So because I brought my kids with me to my actual probation, he violated. So that's why I kind of went on the run, because like my child's mother at the time had cancer. I had to take the kids with me. He wasn't having it. So I just kind of went on the run. And I was trying to find a way to take care of this in the meantime, and they told me the only way is to go to jail. So I've had papers sent to me telling me to pay $2,000 to get this squashed, but that's the only contact I've had as far as the probation. So
I did look, I read, thank you, you participated in a pretrial services interview. That was at my request, so thank you for doing that. I wanted to know in the last 10 years, because that's how long it's been since you've had law enforcement contact.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got a job?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so for purposes of appointing you an attorney, I'm finding that you are not indigent, so I'm not appointing you an attorney today. You may, of course, retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It looks like you've been doing everything you need to do except your probation for the past 9 years. So I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. If you don't show up, I'm going to look like an idiot. But that's okay.
No, it's not. This is something that's followed me for 10 plus years, and I'm tired of it. I've had to run from it because I knew, you know, typically I have the kids with me, so can't get pulled over because then I go and the kids go wherever they go. So for me, I've always had to run because of that situation. As of right now, she's doing better. They're with her right now because I am in this position. But once I get released, I'll have the kids back. We actually have a baseball banquet tomorrow. Hopefully I get to. Outside of that, everything is going straight. I've been working. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do. So
I saw that. Do it. Get it taken care of so you don't have to have this hanging over your head so that you can be there fully for your kids, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's all any of us want to be.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step left.
Thank you.
All right. Are we to our house calls?
Yeah. Both of them, there's some orders or not.
Okay, that's all right. All right, we have 2 house calls this afternoon, or this morning. Give me just a second, let me have a look. All right, we have 2 house calls this afternoon. Our first one is Rhonda Hale. Ms. Hale's date of birth is July 9, 1999. Ms. Hale was arrested based on a failure to appear warrant out of the Arrowhead Justice Court. Because of the nature of the charges, she's not entitled to have me appoint an attorney for her today. However, she may, of course, retain an attorney at her own expense to represent her. I am inclined today to release her on her own recognizance, and I'm setting a hearing on June 24th at 2 p.m. in the Arrowhead Justice Court. Our second house call is Heather Denoyer. Ms. Denoyer is here because the Maricopa County Superior Court issued a warrant for her arrest on allegations that she violated her probation in case CR 2023-135211. In that matter, I am appointing her an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on June 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in Ms. Denoyer's matter in the amount of $1,500. If anything changes after I talk to either one of the house calls, I will update my written order. And with that, we're going to stand adjourned from the 11 a.m. calendar. We will reconvene at 2 p.m. But for now, we're going to be off the record.